Good morning, friends. Welcome to week 20 of school and happy quarter number 3. It's kind of crazy to think that we're already at the halfway mark in our school year. I know it's been a little bit of a crazy year, so it feels good to be at the halfway point. All right, this week we are going to continue working on our Europe unit in our Europe e-binders, okay? The first thing we're going to do, though, is a little goal activity for 2021. So as you scroll down in this folder, you'll see 2021 goal setting assignment. It's just a way for us to kind of reflect on how 2020 went and then think of what are some goals that we'd like to set for the rest of our school year. I know it's been 2021 for a month now, but I like to wait until a new quarter starts because sometimes we have a new perspective on what our goals will be like for third and fourth quarter. Okay, so we're going to complete that on Monday 1st. Then we are going to complete the Europe culture chart in our e-binder. You'll see that in your e-binder, looking specifically at different parts of Europe, like Eastern, Western, Southern, etc., and some of the different cultural characteristics that correlate with different regions of Europe, okay? On Tuesday, we are going to start talking about the European Union and what that is. So we're going to do a web quest activity, which is also in our e-binder, okay? Wednesday, we're going to continue with our topic of the European Union. We're going to do some Cornell notes, some digital notes in our e-binders. On Thursday, we're going to kind of wrap up the European Union. We're going to watch an Edpuzzle video that's about 20 minutes long, and then take a quiz on the European Union based on the last 3 days that you have studied it, okay? And then lastly, Friday, we're going to switch gears a little bit to looking at population dilemmas. So what are the issues that come with a rise and fall in population in different parts of Europe and how they kind of are impacted by that and what they do to help it, and things like that. So here's kind of the breakdown too of our week in more detail, what I just said. Then I have a couple of reminders, okay? So remember, your e-binder's in your Google Drive, so that's where you should go to find it, okay? Make sure you're clicking publish at the end of each date so it updates your site so I can see the changes that you've made. In our e-binders, we're making a lot of copies of documents, so assignments and whatnot. Remember, when you open it, you just go to File, Make a Copy. Okay, that's how you get your own, and then it will be saved automatically in your Google Drive. Then the last reminder is we are submitting all assignments in the Europe e-binder folder in Schoology, okay? So not submitting them in our weekly folder, so you'll see there's nothing for you to submit here in week 20 besides your goal setting assignment, but for Europe, because we're submitting all of those in our e-binder, our Europe e-binder folder, okay? The last thing to remember is double check that if you're submitting a Google Doc, Google Slides, etc., make sure it's not set to private but when you submit it, because otherwise I cannot view that assignment, okay? So if we back up a step and go to the Europe e-binder, you'll see in here a couple of things that you, whoops, that is not what I meant to click on. You'll see in that e-binder folder a couple of things that you're going to need for this week, okay? So for starters, if you scroll down, here's the Edpuzzle that we're going to look at on Thursday, so you don't need it right now, but eventually you'll need that. And then here is where you submit all of your assignments. So you'll see there's the spot for the culture chart, there's the physical features notes, there's the web quest that we're going to do, all spots for you to use as a Dropbox for your assignments for the European Union, okay? And then last thing in here are tests and quizzes related to Europe. So the one you'll see this week is the European Union one, okay? So that one I'll have open for you on Thursday when we take that. Otherwise, I'll see everyone at our Google Meet on Monday.